Okay, here we are, part three of the ambulance video. Changed a couple things. So about an hour and a half ago, we washed the outside, me and my 5-year-old kiddo. And what else did we do? Oh, we changed the inside a bit, swept it out from the outside. Didn't sweep out the inside, the front cabin, or vacuum it. But anyway, let's start up here. And I will open the hood one second. There we go. Okay, so I did not wipe out the inside. It's just dusty. I just took a rag and I go whoosh. That's all I did. So the rest of it's dusty. Anyway, let's take a peek now that we cleaned it, and then we'll close all the doors. We'll take another look, and then we'll crank it up, and then you can check it all out from there. Do a nice walk around. It's more sunny now. My nice cloudy, overcast, cool day turned into a kind of a humid North Carolina day here. So we just did a quick wash with a little brush, car wash brush, and car wash soap. Meguiar's Gold, of course, and that's it. Anyway, so let's close it all up. And then we'll walk around and look as you're going. I already did the part 1 video, showed you all about the engine. Mechanically, everything is awesome. There we go. New tires, new transmission, 30,000 miles ago. Oil change through 2,500 miles ago, but it's time to change it because it's been 10 months on the oil. Inside, I just put this new dash cover on from carcovers.com. They sent me some Velcro. It's around here somewhere. There it is down there. So Velcro down there, and so I'm supposed to Velcro it down. I think I'll just let it heat in there for a while, just to let it contour, and then I'll Velcro it at some time. The dash under it's fine. You probably saw that in the earlier video, but if you have a dash cover, guess what? Your dash is always going to be fine. So it's worth the 50 bucks I paid. Interior, you'll see the interior from this side, and then you'll see it from the other side when we crank it up. I still have plastic here. I do have a piece of plexiglass that goes with it. You can put across there, and some panels, some 4x8 whiteboard panels. They're for, like, you could do dry erase on them, but they're fairly light, so they're pretty good for the walls. I wouldn't use them for the ceilings in there. I can't see how well I did up on top of the cab, so I'll see it in the video how bad a job I did. Because, you know, the brush reaches back there, but not super far. All right, I did change some things inside. I swept it out. I cleaned out all the trash. And I swept it out, and I put some of this carpet down. This is really cheap carpet from Lowe's, just to put something down. And then I put the seats in there. All these seats go with it. So the great thing about these Tahoe seats, which like Lincoln Navigator, those type of seats, is from a certain year range of vehicle, they all have the seat belts in the seat. So if you're doing custom seats in something and you have the seat belts in there, that saves you a lot of fabrication, because you don't have to weld up any type of seat belt bar in there. So it makes it easier. So if I were to weld a track down there, literally, I mean, it's the back seat's a little wide to slide out. It will not just slide backwards. But literally, you could make it so you could have these seats in here in like 2-3 minutes whenever you're ready to go somewhere. So, which is kind of cool. You'd have to do that. Air conditioner heater, this works great. You need a fan. And this was made to be vertical, so it's made to tilt up like this. So this is the top. And then there's a drain plug. And you can probably see a drain. Yeah, there's a drain port right here. So that's meant to go vertical. And then you'd have a fan blowing through it. There is a blower duct, and you can hook that up if you want it, but I was going to hook up a fan. The circuit board, these are live wires down there, so you can plug those in. You can still get shore power. It's all wired through. If you hook up the live wires from the engine bay and from the battery tray, they're 2 separate connections, then you can run the board. And once you run that board, you get the air compressor for air horns and the instant grip chains. And the high beams on this will go, and then you would have scene lights, but I blacked them all out with Plastidip. So to make them legal, you can't legally have scene lights, at least in North Carolina, that are active. So, and I do have lights up here. I showed you that in the last video, these two lights up there. And those are just run by this little battery, which will not go with it because those are live. You could just run them off of that. What else in here? That's about in here. Plenty of space. I mean, it's plenty of space. Like, I don't know how you are, but I always worry about my kids fighting. And this is enough space where they're not going to fight, right? So I was going to put like a charging station at each thing, and they can play their devices. It rides like a Cadillac back here. And I know it rides well because I left my coffee cup back here on the way to the paintball field, which is a regular tall, like pounder glass. And it was still standing up with the coffee in it when I got to the field. So either I'm not driving crazy or it just rides really nice back here. But it's fairly comfy. It's an ambulance. So we'll close this up. And this is 6'3" in here, by the way. So I can literally stand in this this thing. I don't know if you were to stand in there and close it on yourself, yeah, you could get out. So if you ever do get trapped in an ambulance, the one person out there, I know you're listening. Look, just squeeze these together or pull up and down, and this will release it. Okay, don't freak out. Just look in there. There's usually a panel here though, so if the panel's still there, you are out of luck. You're stuck. All right, looks good from in there. I'll take some iPhone photos in a while. Alrighty. And then all my stuff. This is kind of cool. So in the ambulance is like 5'10", which is, I'm 6'3", so it's not enough space. So I got this. This is a instant pop-up changing shower tent thing. Oh, I just put these new Bosch windshield wipers on it. So here's the old windshield wipers here, which they're only like a year old, but it's always good to have new windshield wipers. Let's see. Oh, Arc-Oil 6200. Yep, for next fill up. It's kind of cool. These were at Lowe's for $10. Grill buckets. And you know what this is. This doesn't go with it. This is like a dolly. And here's some coolant if you ever need it. I never have. It's never gone down. But I've only gone 3,000 miles in the year or so I've had it. You know, this stuff doesn't come with it. But you get the windshield wipers, of course, and the Arc-Oil. Anything that makes sense that should go, should go. So anything I bought for it, it's probably going to go. And I have more stuff in my house. Oh, like a rear camera with a 7-inch LCD. That's going to go with it because that'd be really cool on this thing. Backing up, you don't have a lot of visibility. This one's 6'3" also, by the way. You don't have a lot of visibility backing up, so it's always good to have more. All right, so we'll crank it up and then we'll walk around again. And then I'm gonna go inside for the day. So if you watch the other video, or the part 1 or part 2, in part 1 I tried to start it, but I had the wrong keys in there. So I couldn't even turn the key. I'm like, oh, what did I do? I have the right keys and I started early.